Game rafter.
Well, the first nervy moments, and rafter really has come through well. 1-love he leads at the start of the match.
Time.
That's their path through to this final from the quarter-final round. I must say I thought rusedski would also have beaten Chang. It was a performance of a whirlwind by Rafter, but I think rusedski would have done just the same thing. He'd have played it the same way, because Chang is beatable on a surface that has any pace against a really big hitter.
Greg rusedski to serve. Love 15. All.
I think that smash indicative of cool and steady nerves. He looks more composed to me at the moment. Difficult to tell.
30-15.
Well, that was an overall from Chair in the very first game. Well, at least we know he's got a voice today. He hardly had one yesterday at all. He's asking the umpire. He's asking the umpire with what authority can he overrule Cyclops. Well, I suppose if he decides that the ball is so long.
It was good, Jerry. And Greg's remark was, you can overrule Cyclops, and the umpire replied it was way back, which it was not.
(40-15). (40-30).
He's very good at this. He uses the same grip for the slice backhand, chip back return, or the forehand chip return. So he simplifies it.
Game rusedski.
One game all at start. Just a couple more points from the history books, tennis history books.
1-all.
One is that the last US final between an Australian and a British player was back in 1933. Fred Perry, of course, against Jack Crawford. And the last British player to win the a men's title in the Grand Slam was Fred Perry, 1936, the US Championship. I think rusedski was going to walk.
No doubt.
Love 15.
He's made a shaky start. He's been playing that high backhand volley or smash so well during the tournament. That one wasn't good, and that forehand was awful.
Net for serve. 15 all.
It wasn't the speed that serve, it was the placement and the kick.
(30-15). (40-15). Game rafter.
And the early skirmishes fairly predictable. I think we both agree. Rafter going for Rusedski's backhand return of serve.
Rafter leads
And
2-1.
Rafter leads 2-1.
Where fab meets funky, where glamour meets glitz, where hot meets hip, where style...
It's made a sound start. Nothing being given away yet. Now I think soon we'd look for Rusedski to find his rhythm and confidence on this serve of his, because it's by far his most telling weapon, obviously.
Totally different problems this poses
15
for
low.
Pat Rafter. He has not faced a left-handed big serve during this tournament.
Goss to the crowd, 138 miles an hour. He's equalled the world record of 142
30
miles an
love.
hour during this championship. Yesterday, in fact.
(40 love). Game Rusedski.
Well, that's going to make him feel just wonderful. He's got the old bazooka going, so he's in this business.
2 all.
No, Jerry, I thought that game would never end. It'd be nice if he got the, well, apart from winning the title, it'd be nice if he got the world record over 142. Great Rusedski. I know he told me, in fact, he would just love to beat it.
Love.
Out.
30 love. (30-15).
Played that, wondering whether it was going to be going in or out. If in doubt, of course, you play it, or should.
(40-15). rafter.
So again, as totally predictable, service has dominated the start of this final. 3-2, Rafter leads first set.
I think their speeds must be applying to this tournament. Justin Gimelstob, our favourite player, is figuring there, and Goran Ivanisevic, one or two others, only played one match. They didn't have much chance to break the record. The record stands with Philippoussis and Rusedski. 142 miles per hour.
Love.
At the moment, he's not getting enough first services. 45%. When they go in, when they've gone in, he's won 100%. That's how much his cannonball serve is at the very centre of everything he does on the tennis court. It's the key to everything he does.
All. $15, 30. All.
Well, I felt he sort of chickened out of a full-blooded hit there. He could have hit that right through Rusedski.
A break point. You're not going to get too many of these either of them.
30, 40.
So for Rafter, he can get in the first really telling blow here. For Rusedski, he's got to produce the goods, I think, on his serve. His first serve in court, 47% and dropping. And he's dropped his serve, and that's the first break, and Rafter leads 4-2.
Rafter leads 4-2.
Uncharacteristic volleying here from Rusedski. Two backhands, rather lamely into the net. You wonder why he didn't push it cross court, either of them. Rafter just chipping it back, denying Rusedski of pace. Good tactics by Rafter.
Well, it's going to make him think.
Love 15.
If Rusedski gets in a few more lobs like this.
Yes, it's going to keep him honest, not moving too close to the net, Rafter. I think it's very good tactics against him. Not enough players in his previous rounds have employed it.
Love 30.
Well, they're both now making volleying errors which neither has made in their matches leading up to this final. Just shows the colossal pressure of a Grand Slam final and the nerves associated with it.
had time, and he didn't rush it. And he's got a wonderful opportunity here to cancel out the break
40.
straight away.
Seemed to hold this final shot, rusedski. That's a good return of serve. And he held that a long time before choosing.
Whoa!
15-40.
Still one break point left. One of the most impressive parts of rusedski's play. Just missing there, very close. One of the most impressive parts of Rafter's play during this tournament is the way he has served and volleyed himself out of any trouble, saving break points. One to go.
And the shot we did there. Love 40.
Deuce. Advantage rafter.
That shot was the one. 4 points in a row.
Oh, no, he played quite magnificently. No wonder rusedski looks a bit anxious and certainly frustrated. Love 40, that was his chance. But you have to say that Rafter was like a thoroughbred at that point. For rusedski used to be so raw and ingenuous on court. So was Rafter a couple of years ago, but Rafter to me has much more security about the way he played, certainly that low volley.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd agree with you when you say 2 years. I would say a bit ahead, Jerry, anyway. Certainly in the backhand department. And he's a more secure volleyer. Having said that, Greg, throughout the tournament, and I've watched, I think all except one of his matches, has volleyed really well behind his own serve.
Love.
Oh!
40 love.
That's a good game by rusedski. It uses Rafter's lead to 5-3 first set.
Rafter leads 5-3.
And as Rafter prepares to serve for the first set, just the one break in it, he'll be encouraged by the fact that he's getting in good deal more first serves than rusedski. 67% Rafter.
Love.
You will have noticed the incessant attack on the rusedski backhand. Can't serve everyone there, but certainly most.
Love.
Well, Rusedski is managing to achieve what the other great passers, such as Agassi and Chang, didn't do all that often against this chap, and that is pass him cleanly when he's at the net.
Oh, magnificent point. You won't see a better serve volley point than that, and it takes Pat Rafter
40-15
to 2 set points. It took him just 20 minutes, and there was just one break. And Rusedski has to get his first serve going. Very good set of tennis by Rafter. In view on that, Wally Mazur, just to say, because you weren't in here, we thought, I think, that Rafter was getting in more first serves, and that Rusedski simply has to improve on that.
Yes, the game that Greg was broken on, he really did dump a few volleys, and surprisingly just didn't really hit through, looked a little bit tentative on a few of those backhand volleys, but it gets down to the fact that Rafter once again down love 40 on his serve. We saw that yesterday, and he saved 3 break points from love 30, just kept a cool head. Greg faced 1 break point and lost it, so not, even though Rafter has won the first set, not a lot in it, as you would expect.
He's
so.
no panicker, is he, as he showed in that game?
No, and I just get the feeling, that's why I felt that this is maybe his week. There's some sort of very, he looks very serene. There's a certain calmness to his play that is not always there, but...
15 love.
Probably hasn't been the prettiest set of tennis. These guys, as far as styles go, don't match up as well as, let's say, a baseliner and a serve volleyer. Yeah, I think visually it may have been a better match if we would have even had a Chang in the final. This probably would have been a better semi-final, but Greg, he did show me, even though he was down a break, by getting to love 40, his head's certainly in the right place.
Thanks, Wally.
30-15.
There's a little bit of a breeze, and I think something's blown behind him. It's a humid day.
That's for serve.
No, that's the place. Sack in the place. Rafter looks as if he thought it was out.
That left-handed serve, 2 in a row from Greg Rusedski. They just move so far in the air. They end up in the front row of seats over to your right.
Rafter's standing well back, particularly on the first serve. Coming a bit now for the second.
Rusedski.
Well, that's a good start for Rusedski.
First game, second
1
set.
game to love, he leads. Rafter leads by 1 set to love. Grand Slam Championship chairmen who are here, including John Curry from Wimbledon. Best point yet.
That really was a great smash by Rafter. Tumbling backwards.
15
He is
love.
so athletic. Great get, too, by rusedski. Look at that.
Oh, the wonderful volley.
30 love.
Yes, he certainly is. He absolutely smothers the net. He's got very good anticipation.
Well, not only a good idea, but I like the way he took his time with that.
Yeah, I like the way he landed it right on the
30-15.
baseline. I mean, it was just the perfect lob.
$40-15. $40-30.
These returns from rusedski are making Rafter move rather wider than usual and think a bit deeper than usual.
Next, first serve. Game rafter.
On them all. Second set.
1-all.
Much has been made of the fact that Rusedski's the 10th different unseeded finalist in the history of the US Championship.
$15 love.
Rafter immediately seeking confirmation that it was wide.
$30 love.
Rusedski's turn to nominate the net.
$40 love. $40-15.
Well, that's the most dismissive return we've seen from Rafter so far of the rusedski serve. Very clever play indeed. Thinking man's tennis going on at the moment.
40-30.
That's a lovely shot by Rafter.
Yeah, when you think of the power they're hitting at, the pace of their hitting, it's wonderful. Their minds are so clear. They can play a point like that. Rusedski still not functioning well enough on that first serve.
It was out, but 140 miles an hour.
Deuce.
In the second set, Rusedski's percentage of first serves in court has dropped to 36%. And that, I think, is the crux of the matter at the moment.
Advantage, Rusedski.
You know, Jerry, you're never safe with Rafter. If you've got Rafter serving at love 40, you are not safe. He'll serve and volley his way out of trouble more times than not. If you're at 40 love, even with Rusedski's serve, you're not safe. In no time at all, you're back to deuce.
That's what happened when he gets his first serve. That should encourage him. He'd have felt better about that. Rusedski has a lead of 2-1 early in the second set. Rafter leads by 1 set to love.
It was good, Jerry. And Greg's remark was, you can overrule Cyclops, and the umpire replied it was way back, which it was not.
(40-15). (40-30).
He's very good at this. He uses the same grip for the slice backhand, chip back return, or the forehand chip return. So he simplifies it.
Net for serve. All.
It wasn't the speed that serve, it was the placement and the kick.
(30-15). (40-15). Game Rusedski.
One game all at start. Just a couple more points from the history books, tennis history books.
1-all.
One is that the last US final between an Australian and a British player was back in 1933. Fred Perry, of course, against Jack Crawford. And the last British player to win the a men's title in the Grand Slam was Fred Perry, 1936, the US Championship. I think Rusedski was going to walk.
No doubt.
Love 15.
He's made a shaky start. He's been playing that high backhand volley or smash so well during the tournament. That one wasn't good, and that forehand was awful.
Game rafter.
Well, the first nervy moments, and Rafter really has come through well. 1-love he leads
First
at
game.
the start of the match.
Time.
That's their path through to this final from the quarter-final round. I must say I thought Rusedski would also have beaten Chang. It was a performance of a whirlwind by Rafter, but I think Rusedski would have done just the same thing. He'd have played it the same way, because Chang is beatable on a surface that has any pace against a really big hitter.
Greg Rusedski to serve. Love 15. All.
I think that smash indicative of cool and steady nerves. He looks more composed to me at the moment. Difficult to tell.
30-15.
Well, that was an overall from Chair in the very first game. Well, at least we know he's got a voice today. He hardly had one yesterday at all. He's asking the umpire. He's asking the umpire with what authority can he overrule Cyclops. Well, I suppose if he decides that the ball is so long